A safe environment for your baby is one of your most important responsibilities as a new parent. Let's look at safety during the first months of your baby's life.
The thought isn't pleasant, but which do you think is the leading cause of death among children today? Childhood diseases, birth defects, sicknesses inherited through parents, or injuries caused by accidents? If you chose A, childhood diseases, congratulations. You would have been correct had this question been asked 50 years ago. Back then, childhood diseases claimed 8 times as many lives as accidents. But today, accidents, D, are by far the leading cause of death among children.
The real tragedy in all of this, of course, is that virtually every accident is preventable, to one degree or another. In fact, experts say that 95% of all infant injuries could be prevented by taking recommended precautions.
The first step is to reduce the chances of an accident happening altogether.
You may be surprised as to just how many unsuspected areas in your home mask potential hazards. Precautions should begin even before your baby leaves the hospital.
Even baby's first trip should be in a car safety seat, which has been, and I stress this, properly installed. Manufacturers' installation directions should be carefully followed. Properly used, car seats reduce the chance of an infant's death in a car accident by 90% and injury by 70%. So use your car seat every time your baby is in the car. The minute it takes to secure your baby can literally be the difference between life and death. Holding baby in your arms in a moving vehicle is no substitute. The force of a collision will wrench your baby away in an instant, no matter how tightly you think you can hold him. And accidents can happen at any time, even on a short drive to the corner store.
With infant carriers especially designed for babies from birth to 20 pounds or 9 kilograms, the baby faces the rear of the car and is securely held in the seat by the harness.
Don't confuse infant safety car seats with lightweight plastic lounge seats or car beds. There's a critical difference.
Note, too, that the seat is fastened in place by the car seat belt. This prevents the carrier from moving in the case of an accident or sudden stop. Some seat belts with shoulder harnesses require a small metal locking clip, which will allow the belt to secure the infant safety seat in place. If your car seat is adjustable, make sure it is in the recommended position for usage. Again, follow the manufacturer's instructions. It's worth noting that during the infant's first weeks, extra support may be provided by placing rolled-up receiving blankets around the sides of baby's head and shoulders. Do not, however, place a loose pad under the baby's bottom.
2 additional points. In winter, don't bundle your baby in blankets before putting him or her in the car seat. Rather, place the blanket over the baby after doing up the belts. As for summer, cover the seat with a light-colored blanket or towel to avoid burns from sun-baked upholstery. And make sure any metal parts which may touch baby aren't too hot to touch.
Incidentally, it is now the law in all states for infants to be properly secured in approved infant carriers. So don't put off getting one.
And if you're using an older car seat, check to make sure that the model still meets government specifications. At last, baby is home. And though all seems peaceful, danger lurks in many of the most innocent of places. From the moment of birth, your baby will wiggle and move. And even these most basic movements can lead to trouble. Babies as young as 4 days old have been known to fall off a bed and require treatment.
Your baby's ability to roll over could develop quite suddenly. No one can predict when. Don't let this normally happy accomplishment be ruined by a fall.
Never, no matter what, leave your baby alone on any high place, even for a moment, because a moment is all it takes. A recent study in one hospital attributed 47% of all childhood injuries to falls.
Bedtime should be a safe time, free of worry. Unfortunately, every year a number of children die of crib injuries.
Non-fatal injuries are also common. Cuts and abrasions, broken bones and concussions as a result of falls from cribs. One tiny tot even suffocated when the bottom of the crib gave away, trapping her between the mattress and the frame. Never leave your baby in the crib without the sides securely up. Examine and test the release mechanisms on the sides to ensure that they won't drop accidentally or with only slight pressure. Check regularly, too, to be sure crib hardware is sound. Are all nuts and bolts tightened? Is the mattress firmly in position? Double locks on each side panel are an excellent idea.
If you're receiving a crib as a gift, check carefully to make sure that an older model meets current safety standards. It's important that crib slats not be more than 2 3/8 inches apart.
Other crib do's and don'ts. Never tie or harness your baby in a crib. Pillows are not only dangerous but unnecessary. A baby may bury its face in it and smother. Do not place the crib too close to furniture or too near windows. Cords from window blinds have caused choking and strangulation. As well, avoid low-hanging cradle gyms or mobiles. Toys in the crib can also present a safety hazard, as the baby may use playthings to help them escape from their confines. Check the size of toys to see that they cannot be used as a step-up for baby. As your baby grows, the mattress position should be lowered.
Feeding time may seem routine. In terms of safety, however, it is anything but. If you are a nursing mother, start by avoiding alcohol and drugs, with the exception, of course, of prescription drugs directed by your doctor. If medication is necessary, remind the doctor you are breastfeeding. If you have chosen to bottle feed your baby, you must exercise care in other ways.
Microwave ovens have become a popular way to warm formula and baby food. This is extremely dangerous, however. Microwave ovens should not be used for heating because even though the container may feel cool, the formula inside may become very hot, even near its boiling point. In addition, the buildup of steam in a closed container could actually make it explode.
Don't take chances for the sake of convenience. Rely on the traditional methods of heating formula. Place the bottle in a pot of hot water, or run hot tap water over the bottle. It's worth the effort where safety is concerned. Regardless of the warming method used, always shake the bottle and test the temperature of the formula on the inside of your wrist. It should be lukewarm.
Whatever you do, don't ever leave your baby with a bottle propped up on a pillow. Fact is, a baby should never be left alone while feeding. The little one could easily choke. Babies also like to be cuddled when feeding. After feeding, the baby should be placed on his or her side or tummy. Until baby can roll over, baby should not be placed on his back immediately following feeding.
While 47% of accidental injuries to infants were attributed to falls, burns were connected to 18% of injuries.
By 3 months, your baby will thrash about with his arms, grabbing at anything and everything that comes his way: hair, eyeglasses, jewelry. It stands to reason, therefore, that you should never eat, drink, or carry anything hot while holding him. And of course, don't carry your baby while you're smoking a cigarette. In fact, any kind of secondhand smoke around your baby is dangerous. The smoke carries poisonous chemicals harmful to everyone's health.
Bath time is another cause for concern.
As a standard, the thermostat on your hot water heater should be set below 130 degrees Fahrenheit.
Even if the bath water is comfortable for you, it may still be too hot for your baby. Run the cold water first, adding hot water later. Test the temperature with your elbow. It should be no more than pleasantly warm.
If it cools during bathing, take the baby out and add more hot water. And don't return the baby until you've checked the temperature with your elbow again. Do not run water with your baby in the bath. And don't leave your baby unattended around any body of water, a tub, or a sink, even for a second.
Sun shining? A walk in the park, perhaps. A day at the beach. Be sure to protect both yourself and your baby from sunburn. Have your little one wear a hat outdoors. Regardless of precautions, babies under 6 months of age should never be exposed to direct sunlight. And it is not recommended, I repeat, not recommended, that sunblocks be used for one so young. Allergic reactions may occur, but even more significantly, they tend to give you a false sense of security. Your home should have at least one fire extinguisher, in addition to a smoke detector on each floor and a rope ladder for the upper floors. Don't let the "it could never happen to me" syndrome allow you to overlook these important measures.
One of the most enjoyable times of any parent's day and baby's day should be playtime. One of the most exciting things for new parents is buying toys. Not all, however, are safe for all children. For those less than 6 months of age, the greatest danger lies in the swallowing or inhaling of small toys or parts of them.
If the toys are small enough to fit in baby's mouth, they're too small for your baby to play with. This includes seemingly harmless-looking toys, such as rattles or squeeze toys with dangerously long handles. Likewise, avoid toys with sharp edges, those made of brittle materials, those with small moving parts which could fall or break off, and even those which come with long cords. Toys for this group should be colorful, appealing to the eye, pleasing to the ear, and interesting to the touch. Watch as your baby plays. You determine just how safe it may be. We mentioned the danger of small objects in our discussion of toys. That same note of caution must be applied to the use of pacifiers. Test the pacifier to see that it does not pull apart. Examine the guard or shield. It should be large and sufficiently rigid to prevent infants from putting the nipple too far into their mouths. Never substitute a nipple from an infant formula bottle to make a homemade pacifier. Their use as soothers can result in choking. If the pacifier has a ring or handle, see that it is hinged, collapsible, or flexible, so that the pacifier is not forced into the mouth if the baby should fall or roll on his face. And never hang a pacifier on a cord around your baby's neck.
As you can see, when it comes to safety and your baby, there's a lot to learn and a lot to remember.
And we're not finished yet. Take note of these equally important points.
Never put a baby in a freshly painted room or in an area where furniture has been painted or varnished. The fumes that these chemicals produce are dangerous to your baby.
Do not give baby an alcohol rub-down to reduce fever. Alcohol is absorbed through the skin and may cause severe poisoning.
Do not store baby lotion, rubbing alcohol, or other ointments on the changing table or anywhere within baby's reach. Any one of these products can be grabbed and swallowed before you realize what's happening.
Forget about baby walkers. They in no way contribute to a baby's development and are not recommended at any age. Walkers give them access to danger with surprising rapidity. A baby can move as fast as 1 meter per second in a walker, faster than a parent can react. Nearly half of all babies using walkers are hurt each year as a result of them.
When carrying your baby, don't load your arms with other items. Play it smart and safe. Make 2 or 3 trips instead of risking a fall.
Never leave a baby on a waterbed, even for a moment. Suffocation can occur.
Nor should you ever leave baby alone in a car, with the windows open or closed. In winter, there's the danger of carbon monoxide poisoning, or, if cold enough, frostbite. In summer, the interior of a car can rise to dangerously high temperatures in a matter of a few short minutes.
At home, keep a list of emergency telephone numbers by your phone. And finally, all parents should know how to do CPR on a baby who is not breathing. So contact the American Heart Association, American Red Cross, or your doctor to find out about CPR classes in your area.
We've covered a lot of areas in a short period of time. If you feel that you didn't understand everything,